Yo, what is going on, guys? The Saurus Fox here today, bringing you a brand new series. It is a Football Manager 2017, and I'm calling this series Saving the Swans. Well, we're playing as Swansea. They are really this season so far. Swansea are struggling in real life. Francis Guidolin got sacked, and they've hired Bob Bradley in real life. Currently, Swansea are 19th in real life in the league table in the relegation zone. So hopefully I'm the man to come in and try save them. Now let's get into the transfers. Over many great years, Swansea, roughly about 3 to 4 years, Swansea have sold quite a few big players for quite a lot of money, such as Wilfred Bonney, Joe Allen, Scott Sinclair, Michel Vorm, John Joe Shelby, Andre Ayew and Ashley Williams. So let's go see what transfer business I've done in my game. So we've sold Ki Sung Young to AS Monaco. Basically, Monaco came in with a transfer offer. I rejected it and he complained, saying he wanted to play European football, whatever. So I eventually got him his move to Monaco, £14 million that was. Again, Jordi Amat. Well, we've sold him to Wolfsburg for 8 million, potentially rising to 10.25 million. But I rejected the transfer because I wanted him to be one of my main centre backs for this season, but yet again he was complaining. And we've just sold Gerhard Tremmel, the old goalkeeper, 37-year-old goalkeeper, not really going to play, and we've loaned out a few of the younger players. Now let's get to the ins. I've signed Emmanuel Adebayor on a free transfer, just as a backup striker, because there's not that many good cheap strikers going around. Sold Phil Barnsley from Stoke for £850,000. Signed Cheikhid Tiote for £2.5 million. So signed Florin Gardos for £3.8 million from Southampton. Signed Jonathan Biabiani for £5 million from Inter Milan. We've signed Andrea Poli for the replacement of Ki Sung Young, and we've signed Michael Keane for £15 million, potentially rising to £18 million. That is basically just to replace a few players we've sold. Poli for Young, Gardos and Keane for Amat, pretty much back up, because when I signed I think it was Keane, when I signed him I had to make a promise I'll strengthen the defence up a bit, so signed Gardos as well. Tiote just to come in extra back up for the season. Barnsley, I'll just say the tactics. So yeah, pretty much my main starting 11 I'm looking at is Fabianski, Taylor, Fernandez, Keane, Barnsley, Cork, Poli, Biabiani, Sigurdsson, Jefferson Montero and Lorente. And then of course we've got a few other players. We've got Modou Barrow, Borja Baston, Fulton, who's not registered for the league, Gardos, Mawson, Tiote is currently injured right now. He's got about 3 weeks to go, so he won't be playing. Dyer, Britton, Norton, Adebayor, we've got Routledge, Fur, Ranhow, Kingsley, Van der Horn and Nordveld. So not the worst team, that's why I've had to strengthen the defence stuff, because we've sold players. But I think we've got a good balance of a team. I'm going to need to take Stephen Kingsley off there, and we're going to put Gardos up for him. Ranhow can be took off for Modou Barrow, and Borja Baston go on the bench for that one last place. So let's see what pre-season was like. We beat the under-21s 2-1. We beat Havels 6-1. There's many German teams, sorry if I don't get the names right. Holstein Kiel 3-2. Eintracht Braunschweig 2-0. Prusen Munster 3-1. FC Twente 3-0. Die Graafschap 4-2 and Cagliari 3-0. And in this episode we'll be playing the first 2 league games of the season. To start things off, coming up very shortly, we do have an away match at St Mary's against Southampton and Claudio Paul's side. Then we will be playing Watford at the Liberty Stadium against, well, yeah, playing Watford at the Liberty Stadium against Walter Mazzari's team. I don't know who they've signed. They haven't signed anyone or sold anyone, so not too bad. Let's take a quick look at Southampton. Have they made any transfer business this season? They have. Well, they've signed Funes Mori, who we was interested in, but I'm stupid and I agreed a £10 million, right, potential £11 million transfer. But then I thought, oh, okay, they've agreed fairly low, so I thought, why don't we try a bit lower? And then they wanted double that money, and so yeah, then I basically never really got that deal done. Sandro, they've signed him on loan as well, so, and they've sold Gardos to us and loaned people out, so not too bad there. So yeah, finances currently, we've got, wrong thing, 6.43 million and 43.36 thousand pound, about £43,000 in wage spare, so I don't really think I'm going to do any more transfers. Of course, we've also got new owners, them new American owners. Our original budget was just under 32 million, so not too bad. So hopefully we can do alright this season, and I'm going to stop rambling on and might as well go and play this game against Southampton. So the starting lineups, we're playing the 4-2-3-1, trying to play more of a possession game, get the ball down the flanks, get the ball into Llorente because he's a big player who can score hopefully many aerial goals, and we've got Sigurdsson just behind him. So we're playing Fabianski, Neil Taylor, Federico Fernandez, Michael Keane, Barnsley, Poli, Cork, Biabiani, Montero, Sigurdsson and Llorente. So we do have Keane, Barnsley, Poli, Biabiani all making debuts, with the new signings Gardos on the bench. Well, new signing of Gardos on the bench. And also Baston, but he was already brought to the club. He's yet to make a debut. I suppose Llorente is going to make a debut as well, because he was already at the club. They're playing a 4-3-3 near enough, or a 4-2-3-1 defensive. Midfield, wide, they're playing Fraser Forster, Matt Target, Funes Mori, Virgil van Dijk, Cedric, Romeo, Ward-Prowse, Højbjerg, Redmond, Tadic and Charlie Austin. So let's go into the game and hope for the 3 points. So here we are, the players walking out onto the pitch, getting ready for this first game of the season. And we've got a kick-off. Tadic immediately making a burst forward, but Phil Barnsley gives away a foul, less than a minute gone. It's a free kick for Southampton, James Ward-Prowse to take it. Nath Redmond's driving forward and no one's closing him down, but he's put the ball over the bar. Okay, we've got a chance here. It's Sigurdsson with a corner. Can he whip a good one in? Not the greatest ball ever. Chance for Southampton to counter-attack. Ward-Prowse plays up to Redmond, who gets tackled by Neil Taylor. He had to make that tackle there though. Or Redmond could have been through. Now we're on the counter. Montero, Gylfi Sigurdsson, Jack Cork, out wide to Biabiani, cutting inside. Biabiani took a shot on his weaker foot. Unlucky there. Good bit of play. So half time, we've kept it 0-0, but hopefully we can see a bit more in the second half. 2 yellow cards for the debutants in Barnsley and Poli. Not the highest rating performance ever, but fairly average. Hopefully we can go out in the second half and put a better performance on. Straight away we got the ball. Montero doesn't do nothing with it. So we're going to go for a bit of a tactical change an hour into the match. Going to get rid of the wingers for the game. Going to bring on a second striker so we can then change Llorente to the target man. Bring on Baston for a second half debut. Put him as the advance forward. Sigurdsson, the shadow striker. Bring on Leroy Fer, which would be his debut as well because he was already brought to the club. So we've got Sigurdsson and Fer beyond the two strikers. Play quite centrally. Changed it to play through the middle because we haven't really shown much dominance from the wings. So hopefully this doesn't go too bad. Okay, it's Federico Fernandez. Southampton don't do nothing with it. We've cleared it, but we've lost the ball. It's Jay Rodriguez charging down to the byline, puts it across. But good decision making there from Fabianski to come and claim that ball. Will he play one forward? He does. up to Sigurdsson, brings it down lovely to Llorente, but barged off the ball. Cedric plays one back forward, but Federico Fernandez does well. Andrea Poli finds Neil Taylor. Can he make the pass? He does to Jack Cork. He's played good ball to space to Barnsley in the box. Llorente, back of the net. Come on. It's Southampton 0, Swansea 1. Fernando Llorente on his first start, on his debut, scores a goal. Come on. We're on the ball again. Up the ball's been played up to Llorente. He's found Taylor. He's found Cork. Andrea Poli's dropped deep. Gylfi Sigurdsson can't find a ball forward, but can we deal with this? We do. Michael Keane knocks it back up to Jack Cork. Gylfi Sigurdsson, good ball forward. Borja Baston across to Fernando Llorente. What a tactical change that has been, because it's Southampton 0, Swansea City 2. Llorente getting 2 goals. I think we might have to start Baston and Llorente up top and maybe change the system if they're playing this well. Okay, and Barnsley take the throw in, but it doesn't matter. The 90 minutes are up. First game of the season. Southampton 0, Swansea City 2. We've got our first league victory of the season. Come on. What a way to start the season. Actually, also, before I forget, I made a bit of change. We had quite poor staff and just some coaching stuff with just above average, but scouting were below average. Physiotherapy and stuff, I've managed to get that above. I've made quite a few changes. I've got the Welshman himself, Ryan Giggs. I've brought him to Swansea, back to Wales. I know he's from Cardiff or whatever, but you know, got to bring him. I managed to tempt him. It was very good. Very happy to have him at the club as a United fan. So as you do know, we are playing Watford next, and they've just lost their first game of the season at home to Crystal Palace 2-1. Benteke and Jason Punchin scoring, but Agallo getting one. Seems like a decent game. 1-0 Crystal Palace, sorry, not Southampton. Then they go back into it. Benteke scored, and that was the end of that. 2-1 Crystal Palace. We are playing Watford next, so hopefully, well, we're playing Watford at home as well, so hopefully that goes well. So these are the lineups for today's match. Changed the formation to a 4-3-1-2 narrow. We've got Fabianski, Neil Taylor, Fernandez, Keane, Barnsley, Poli, Cork, Fur, Sigurdsson, Borja Baston's making his first start, and Llorente. I'm trying to do what I did last game pretty much, except instead of having 4-2-2-2, the 4-3-3 pretty much. We've still got the 2 strikers up front. Sigurdsson plays behind him. Hopefully that works very effectively. We've got Jack Cork as a ball. We've got, I think they're both box-to-box midfielders, or one's, yeah, they are both box-to-box midfielders. And we've got Leroy Furs, the advanced playmaker there, and we've got Sigurdsson as the advanced playmaker behind. Advanced forward for Baston. Target man's Llorente, but you know, hopefully not too bad. Then of course Montero, Biabiani, you've dropped to the bench. But they're playing a 5-3-2 wing-back formation. They're playing Aurelio Gomez, Holbass, Britos, Prodal, Cathcart, Yanmat, Barami, Capu, Pereira, Troy Deeney and Agallo. Targets to stop this game is Deeney, Agallo, Pereira, and stop Capu having the ball from deep. That'll be the challenge for this game. But the pretty much reason why I've changed this formation, because we did alright in the second half when I changed things up. So maybe, you know, it might basically see how it plays, because we won the match second half, winning 2-0 against Southampton. So might as well start it that way. So here we are. The players are out on the pitch, ready for this game. Hopefully another 3 points will be awaiting us. Watford are passing the ball quite nicely. Ball has been intercepted from Agallo. Britos push forward, but unlucky there. So very little happened that first half, even though we did have 4 shots, 3 on target. Got kind of unfortunate. This happened the last game though. Half time 0-0, and then everything changed in the second half. So hopefully we can just get the performance again. Play well the second half. Straight from kick off. passed the ball around nicely, but couldn't do nothing with it. So 67 minutes was gone, nothing's happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring off Andrea Poli and Leroy Fer, drop Gylfi Sigurdsson back, and play a 4-2-2. 4-2-2-2, sorry. Because we're going to bring on Modou Barrow and Jefferson Montero for the two players, because we've changed. I've been recommended to put crosses in the box and get more balls into the box. So if we can exploit the flanks, whip them in with the wingers, use a bit of pace, things should be able to change, and hopefully we can get a late victory, because it's very little. Well, we've run out of time to score basically. Okay, Aurelio Gomez has played the ball up to Akaka, but it's only gone to Michael Keane. He's played it back to the keeper, up to Llorente. It's back, just hoofing the ball around them pretty much. Akaka going down the wing, puts one in the box. Fabianski makes the save. He's prevented it from going out for a corner. This has just been a very quiet match. Okaka back to Barami, up to Ben Watson. Kapue, Akaka loses the ball. Oh. Holbass puts one in, but a save from Fabianski. 71 minutes gone, still no goals. Poor ball in. Jack Cork deals with it fairly simple. So yeah, Okaka's down the wing. Zuniga puts one in, and Etienne Kapue has got a late goal. Still got time to score though, but got to do it quick. Watford have started playing better now. Barami plays one through. Fabianski does well to get there ahead of the player, well, the attacker. But we just can't do anything with the ball right now. We do need to improve. My change this time obviously hasn't worked. Troy Deeney, poor shot, good save. But you know, just haven't capitalised the wings like I wanted us to do. But we've got a chance now. It's Phil Barnsley, Modou Barrow. It's got in the box. Penalty maybe. Boya Baston. Barnsley whips one in, been cleared. Gylfi Sigurdsson plays it back out to Phil Barnsley. Deep to Sigurdsson. Cork. Flander Llorente. Llorente's put it to. He's missed very badly. Watford on the attack again. Barami only gives it to Michael Keane. We're still only one goal behind, so if we can get a late equaliser, that would be very nice. But it doesn't look like it, because we're not doing very well closing the ball down. But if we do close the ball down, we can't really do nothing. Zuniga, Kaka plays on through. Troy Deeney, and straight at Fabianski. Couldn't really do much for the save, but he's pushed it out for a corner. 3 minutes plus stoppage time. Can we get on the counter attack? Holbass is just going to waste time taking this corner, as you can clearly see, because he's not taking it quick enough. Puts one in. Fernandez does clear. Ben Watson back to Barami, and that's the end of that. Free kick. Zuniga whips it in the box. Almost very close, that header from going in right in the top corner. Got a chance, but we'll give it away. We've won it back though straight away. Neil Taylor, Jefferson Montero. Can he carry on going? Plays it to Boya Baston. Wildly took a shot. 2 minutes to go. I doubt we're going to get an equaliser. Free kick for Watford. The deep one. Miguel Britos to take it. They're wasting time yet again. Etienne Capoue. I'm just going to waste time by passing it around. But we give it away. Barnsley. Fabianski. Can we get the ball up the pitch quick enough? And we can't when playing passes like that. We give it away, but we've won it back. Modou Barrow, use your pace. I know you've got some. Gylfi Six, poor pass. We just haven't executed final passes or chances very well this game. It looks like we've lost. There's less than about 30 seconds to go. We've just been second best in everything. It might have been the tactical change that went wrong. Good save there from Fabianski. Or it might have just been. It's pretty much we just haven't turned up this game. don't really want to make excuses, we just honestly haven't turned up. Been second best in the passes and stuff, and the chances, and we've lost our first league game of the season. So that is where I'm going to end this episode after the first 2 league games of the season, and I will go and play Bolton, Sunderland, Bournemouth, Leicester, Burnley, West Brom when I'm not recording, and I'll come back in the next episode and we'll play Tottenham and Manchester United. Tottenham at White Hart Lane and Manchester United at the Liberty Stadium. 2 tough games to look forward to. Hopefully we can pick up a fair few points in these games that I won't be showing you, or else it'll be pretty bad and then I'll have to magically do something. But we don't know yet because I haven't done the games. But thanks for watching this video, hope you've enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe for a new series, and I'm out. Peace.